quick announcement for you. You may have noticed some of the stunning bikes in and around the area. So, Harley Davidson from Newmarket, sponsors of Contenders Norwich 6, are here today. And they'll be showcasing 3 stunning new Harley Davidson models, which are all available to rent for as little as £99 per day, ladies and gentlemen. £99 per day when quoting Contenders. So remember that word, Contenders. That's the key word to get yourself a day on a Harley Davidson. They're also giving away 2 t-shirts, 2 beautiful Black Bear Harley Davidson t-shirts. So get yourselves over to the Harley Davidson stand, give them your name, and you could be in with a chance. Without further ado, let's get on with the action with our first fight of the evening. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome from the Blackburn Academy, Kier, Allen! Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your fighters. First of all, in the red corner, weighing in at 77 kilos from the Blackburn Academy. Please put your hands together for Kier, Allen!
Hello, Kier, let's go. Playtime.
And his opponent from Optimum MMA, weighing in at 73 kilos. Give it up for Steve Cowham! This is an amateur welterweight mixed martial arts contest over 3 2-minute rounds.
Do you want to stay here while I do that? Yeah. Okay, guys, coming into the middle. Good. Both in the rules still, yes? Yep. Okay, so no rules, no twists, submissions, so on, no headshots, please, amateur, okay? This is my commands at all times. Keep it nice and clean, okay? If you tell you to break, you break, go from there. Okay, guys, ready? Any questions? No. Any questions? Touch gloves now if you're going to do it. Okay, back to your corners. Well done, guys. Go. Can you hear me?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is bout number 1 here at UCMMA Contenders Norwich 6. And I'm joined by my fantastic compatriot on commentary this evening, Tomek Kuzinski. Tomek, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome, good evening, and I think we're up for a really good evening of fights, and here we go.
And we're kicking things off with the amateur MMA, ladies and gentlemen, Kier Allen from the Blackburn Academy, and we're off to a furious pace with a big slam from Allen.
Straight into side control, into the half guard.
Not a bad old way to open things up, is it, Tomek?
No, not at all. I think he's looking for a guillotine there.
Obviously, both of these young men early into the cage in their careers, so still starting out, amateur mixed martial arts rules. So what are they looking for here? What will they be looking to do here in the opening stages of round number 1?
He should be looking to pass the guard here, but his opponent's got hold of his head, so hopefully he'll pass or get into mount, depending on how good his training is.
Well, obviously that is the dependent variable, isn't it? All depending on the coach.
And he's managed to posture up now and doing some body shots. Really good. Yeah, he's keeping busy, as his loud corner next to me here is saying.
That's the thing. When you can hear a loud corner, you know that's going to be a plus, isn't it? Good coaching. A lovely pass into side control
indeed,
there.
Yeah, and he's looking really good. He's got good hip pressure there. Let's just hope he's looking for a submit into Mount.
Fantastic transition into Mount there.
Yeah, really good. You should look to posture up now and land some strikes or look for a submission.
Now, I don't know about you, Tommy, but I'd say that's pretty rare, seeing his transition that smooth in amateur mixed martial arts contests, especially with these guys being so early in their fight careers.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely stronger than his opponent here. A bit of a size difference as he looks at some body shots here.
Lovely body shots being dropped there. I remember seeing Kier Allen fight for the very first time on a few shows back, I remember. And a good fighter by all means, but a little bit flustered early on in round number 1 and just didn't really fight to his true potential. But here it looks like he's a little bit more composed. Yeah, he's got his head together.
He's definitely not looking flustered tonight.
No.
He's in full control of his fight in Mount and looking for an Ezekiel maybe or for an arm.
Definitely bossing round number 1. It looks like poor Steve Cowham is going to be in trouble here, potentially.
He does. He's messed up a submission attempt, but he's still in control of his fight. And that's definitely round 1.
Fortunately saved by the bell by Steve Cowham.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, here we go, Tomek, round number 2, and I think it's safe to say that Kier Allen is firmly in control of this fight.
Certainly is, as he pushes his opponent up against the fence here. He's looking for a takedown, and it looks like he's going to get it.
The question is, what does Steve Cowham have to do to try and assert himself in this fight, given that we've seen the strengths of Kier Allen early on in round number 1?
He's a long-range fighter. He should be looking to break away here and look for some strikes, but he doesn't really want to get into an exchange with knees with a big, strong opponent like this.
No, it does seem to be the case. I mean, obviously, Cowham does have the range. He does have the length. It does make sense for him to be fighting at a distance, but
possibly he needs to sprawl here, otherwise he's going to get taken down with another big slam. He can't grab the cage. He knows it. He's going to go down for a ride. Down he goes.
Down he goes, and you just saw the palpable fear in Steve Cowham's face as he grasped hold of the cage and went for a journey down to that canvas. Another fantastic slam by Kier Allen.
He's in guard here, and he's in a sort of a 50-50 position. He's got a whizzer on the right-hand side. He might be looking for some kind of a submission or a sweep here.
A very, very composed fight thus far from Kier Allen. It's safe to say, I think, Steve Cowham needs a serious game plan change here. Otherwise, he's not going to see.
Yeah, he possibly does. But let's see what he does off his back here. He's still got plenty of time left in the round. He's looking quite composed. He needs to do a bit more than just a few body shots there.
He does. It almost seems that he's into this position, but not quite entirely sure how to transition, how to move. But it looks like Kier Allen is, as he is just actually well checked by Steve Cowham as he tries to go into mount.
Well, he's gone back to the side, and this is a little bit more the same as round 1. He's passed here. Let's see if he goes into mount.
Thus far, it has actually been almost a mirror image of round number 1. We started off with a few knees, a little bit of an exchange up top, a big slam followed by Kier Allen taking the initiative on the ground. So hopefully, and again, another mirror image of round 1, a lovely transition into mount.
Let's see if he looks to posture up here and drop some strikes.
Something tells me, Tomek, that he is. There we go. He postures up.
He is.
Great, dominant round number 2 there from Kier Allen.
Indeed.
Third and final round here, Tomek. Kier Allen versus Steve Cowham, and it's safe to say first 2 rounds have gone solidly to Kier Allen. What would Steve Cowham's corner have been saying to him in that break?
Well, hopefully, don't do this. Don't be on your back, in guard.
And I think again we've seen a complete repeat of round number 1, except minus the big slam.
Perhaps, but we'll see. We'll see which fighter's conditioning works out in this round. They both look like they're ready to fight. They've come prepared. He should be looking to get straight back up to his feet and stand here. Now, he doesn't want to be on his back here. He's going to take. Hey, there
I have a feeling here that since Kier Allen has won the first 2 rounds, that one's clear. His corner may well have said to him, now stand up, stand this one up, get some stand-up experience, and try and work and get some more time in the cage.
Possibly, but as his opponent looks for some kind of a necktie up here, and he messes it up and goes straight into side control. Not good.
Unfortunate there for Steve Cowham. Had a brief advantage, but lost any momentum as he came again down to the ground, and Kier Allen put his weight on top.
Perhaps it is really hard against a big, strong guy like that. Even though he's your weight, he's small and stocky and strong, and I've been there with a crazy gorilla on your back right now, deep in the third round, trying to escape, and he goes for a sweep, maybe a back take. If he's got the energy, I managed to recover guard here, and let's see if he manages to do anything else.
Well, you have to wonder, is this a big problem for taller fighters who might be giving up weight to smaller fighters in MMA? Because obviously you have a lower centre of gravity if you're smaller. You're much closer to the ground. You might have a lot more potential to be able to sweep and to be able to transition on the ground.
Well, perhaps small, stocky guys are definitely very good at takedowns, and they do pose big problems to tall, lanky guys. But you know, seeing as what this fight is right on the ground, and it's pretty much more of the same. I think both men are pretty much exhausted right now.
As is usually the way in early fights for these guys. They get to the third round, they're almost completely gassed. They've given it everything. But you have to respect both of these young lads. Their whole fight careers ahead of them. And
good fight, good fight.
Big respect to both of them for getting into the cage. But that one's definitely gone the way, in my opinion, of Kier Allen.
Definitely.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both of these young guys in the cage. But we do have a decision. And the win goes the way, via a unanimous decision, to Kier Allen in the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Steve Cowham.
Make a quick picture, mate.